Good afternoon, everyone. So here's the deal. Pulling for the Coldheart. You might say, Corey, why did we wait until a double rate event to pull for a Coldheart? Well, because I'm a bit miserly, I suppose, and can't handle not doing that and not doubling my chances at epics and legendaries. There are still a few epics and legendaries that I might care about. Before we dive in here, let's go ahead and have a look at which ones I might give a shit about. Huh. Raglan, if I pulled it, is supposed to be pretty good. Pretty good. That seems, yeah. Baron, I don't know that I know much about. Unlock a secret skill. Deals pure damage. The debuff's guaranteed. I don't know. Okay. Alright. So yeah, those two will be interesting there. Oh wait, I didn't check the Rowan. Does your nothing super serious in the Banner Lords is really exciting.
Hey, man.
What is up, dude?
How much? What are you, boring people with your...
I am with my classic quality gameplay. Actually, people are gathering in right now to wait for me to take a few pulls.
Ah, jumping on
31
this morning.
shards later, we'll see if I can manage to get just one fucking Coldheart. I don't even think there's 31 rares in the game for me to get.
Yeah, well, you're going to get multiples anyway, so it don't really matter.
Ithos, Bellinor, Arbiter wouldn't hate an Arbiter pull out of the blue. I don't think that's going to happen. Exemplar, I don't know if she's really that great. Let's look at the Sacred Order. Obviously, Sir Nicholas or Venus would be amazing.
Yeah, I got a Skull Crown and 2 Man-Eaters this morning.
Oh, both could be good. I mean, Skull
Yeah.
Crown is great. And Maneater, if you can manage to get the people together to do the immune thingy.
Unkillable.
Yeah, that thing is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
My words were escaping me. Are there any good barbarians? Is this Turvold guy? Like, if I got him, does anybody care about him? What's he do?
He's really good for
Arena.
arena. I've also seen where, at least at one point, somebody had him as like the top DPS for clan boss.
Interesting. I saw somebody was using a fucking Logan the whatever guy that I have on Clan Boss. On one of Hell Hades streams recently, he was in his in his clan, and you could see real quick the teams that they had put together to do the clan boss.
Yeah.
And somebody was using fucking Loogie or I don't know. I have him. He's terrible. This guy, fucking Lugan the Steadfast. I can't imagine what he does.
No, he must do something.
I mean, he shields himself and he heals allies for what he attacks with, so maybe he's just keeping people topped up.
Maybe.
Increased defense buff on this champion 3 turns. Ally protection buff on all allies for 2 turns, I guess.
I don't know, but I upgraded Draco's gear, and it's up to my clan boss.
Your clan boss
Oh,
damage has
Yeah.
benefited.
I did not know you had a Draco, Kyle. That's awesome.
That was my first legendary.
Oh wow.
Hey, look, here's my Shamrock that I haven't even leveled up at all. Classic Shamrock. And
Yeah,
Gurgo
so
the
I've got
Augur, not a guy I
probably
care
a
about.
bunch of legendaries that nobody knows about because I don't use them. Oh, I fused Cillian.
Oh, yeah, you got it for the training, or the summon, not summoning, the chase tournament.
No, I just did it because I was bored last week, I guess.
Hmm. I think I'm
I'm
gonna. The timing worked out for me. I think I'm gonna be able to do it this weekend, right when Void opens. I need Void potions.
Yeah, I'm gonna
yeah,
fuse him
I'm on that
shortly.
part of the missions, the voids. No, I had 51 voids I pulled this morning, so I'm in first place in my group.
Ooh,
Oh
wow.
shit, 51!
51,
Holy
dude.
shit!
That's impressive.
Yeah, but I got like a whole lot of nothing. I didn't get any legendaries. I mean, I've
Horonar is
had
supposed to be pretty good, isn't he?
what's that?
I'm just looking through all the voids to see what I really even would care about if I got, aside from the
I
Cold
really
Heart.
wanted Seer was what I really wanted, and I didn't
Yeah,
get it.
everyone talks about a seer.
She is awesome when it comes to clearing trash in the dungeons. That's what I really wanted. Because if I can get through the trash, I've got the stuff that will take out the bosses. But and I've got everything I need to make another 6-star. I just haven't decided what I want.
Hey, did you see my thoughts, Corey?
Oh, on what you're gonna 6-star next?
Yeah,
Dude, I don't know. I
you see
haven't done any research into that guy, dude. Like,
I think, I mean, I still see, like, even when they're like testing other people, people are using him as like Spider 20 type stuff. I mean, I think that he is cold hard light, right?
Who's that?
That uncommon guy, the knight looking guy, Armiger or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff about him recently.
Yeah, I mean, just as an uncommon, I'll obviously get all of his books like trivially, and like it'll take like barely any potions.
ooh.
I think that might be my next 6-star
Yeah,
over
this would be the
Stagnite.
dream here.
Stagnite does not actually, like have any kind of usage for me. I won't use him in my clan boss.
No,
Yeah,
nobody. You shouldn't use Stagnite in your clan boss. Stagnite is good for the dungeons. Like, he's a dungeon guy.
And I can do
yeah,
every dungeon except for Spider 20. Spider, I can't even do Spider 19, which Armiger would also help me with that,
So,
with a positive
Stagnite is
affinity.
effective for Spider, just to say.
yeah. Stagnite because he's a
He
uh,
slows speed and
spirit.
he
Plus, he's a
hard
spirit in
debuffs.
that.
Yep,
Yeah.
and being
You
that
think
affinity.
Stagnite is better than Armiger? Just
No,
Spider? Let's just talk just Spider.
I don't know, dude. I haven't looked enough into Armiger to know what to say about Armiger. I'm gonna be honest.
yeah. So I'm trying to get enough for. So like I'm almost at enough food to do 2 6-stars.
2 6 holy shit, dude. I hate getting food. Food is like the worst for me.
Yeah, it is.
All right, I'm gonna start pulling here. Woo, woo.
I've got so I've got the stuff to 6-star. I could do Sepulcher. I can do Stagnite. I can do Frozen Banshee. I could do Skull Crown. I could do Longbeard.
Would you ever
Got
run Drakomorph
Maneaters.
and Frozen Banshee?
That
Or is
was what
that
I was
too much
thinking. I was
poison?
going to take Bulwark out and put Frozen Banshee in
Hmm.
to because she does her own what you call it. She does her own poisons plus she has the weaken that'll help both of them. And Bulwark doesn't seem to do a whole lot for me. Maybe I just don't have him with enough accuracy. But
No, I think Bulwark should be Ooh, this is not good. I have an onion that's kind of disgusting.
I have fully booked Ignatius today.
All right, first pull, Paragon. Not great.
Yeah. Although I was seeing there's like 2 cheese strategies for him. One is for spiders. Yeah, that's junk.
Yeah, she's food.
Oh, dude, you can't food rares, man. Unless you have multiple of them. I don't think there's any rares I have multiples of. Any voids that I have rares of.
Believe me, dude.
Double.
I food
Screech.
voids.
There's more food.
Nah, he's rated 4.0 for something. What the fuck does he do?
He's trash.
Oh.
Is that the one that's in all the arena teams?
No, Seeker's what you're thinking.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
0 for
probably
4.
food.
Oh for 5.
I think they have less than 100 reviews here. You could just keep going. Like, I don't know if you're looking these up, Corey. Like, I don't think that this is. Oh, hey, that is food right there. I will agree with you. I think you have a double of that guy.
Yeah. 0 for 6.
Oh my god, my allergies are killing me, and I'm cutting up an onion right now.
Oh. Maybe you should back out.
Do you guys ever do that with your when you're like rolling artifacts, like upgrades, and like there's been like so many fails,
Oh,
and
there you
I just
go.
have to press cancel?
Finally.
Yeah, buddy. I'll take it. I didn't say anything. I didn't want to spoil it, but I will take it.
5,000 reviews. You see that?
Yeah. No kidding. Coldheart, you will take me to the spider, and we will win.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
glad I
debating whether
never booked Ultimate Gambit.
Yeah, that's my that's another one I could bring up as my third Coldheart to 60.
Oh, interesting.
That means you might get another one. Yuck. I don't know that I've ever seen anything about her.
I've heard of her. I think she is used in something.
Single attack, attacks all enemies.
She's got speed buff for all allies. I think some people use her for that. Okay. Alright, Golden Reaper. Don't feel terrible.
Yeah, but does it boost their turn meter, so yeah. No. You need another Coldheart. Oh. John Cena. No. Garbage. Oh. Daywalker. Okay. It's Blade.
Yeah.
Jarang. Nope, Harrispex. He's supposed to be okay, I guess, maybe. for something.
Oh, bulwark.
Yeah. Oh, Arbalister. Trash. 28 reviews. Who spent the time? Ooh. Ifrit. Stitch Beast. Trash. 28 again. Come on. Oh, no. Painsmith. He's using a bunch of fusions. Man, you are getting railroaded.
Oh, I thought that said warlord. Holy shit! I was like,
No,
okay.
veteran. That was 2 levels too low for a, a warlord. Oh, so Lua. Man, I couldn't believe it. Hell, Hades has got her above Skullcrown on his list.
Oh, hey, Brian has one of those. I don't know who this lady is, but yeah,
I have one
heard.
too.
What are the skills?
She's got like
I
multi-hit
just went
A1.
through them on this stream.
I know. I could barely read with my.
It
onion
attacks
brain.
one enemy, deals 50% of the inflicted damage to all enemies if the attack is critical.
Yeah, so you
So you need
just set her up
100%
as a
crit,
critical.
right?
Yeah, that's the one I got set up as that weird tank for the spiders.
Yeah.
That
So
hasn't worked.
A2 attacks all enemies 3 times, and each
Yeah.
crit heals the champion by 2.5% HP. And then her last one, attack one enemy and fully deplete the turn meter.
Yeah,
So she's got some
she's
turn
really
meter
good for.
manipulation. That's probably what
She's
people
good for
like.
Fire Knight. I've got her 6-star and fully ascended, but oh, another free. Lucky you.
Oh my god. Oh, are you
Uh-oh.
ahead of me? I think you're ahead of me, Kyle.
Madam Saris.
Yeah. I actually
That's
would
voiding the
love
game, but you've already got
Saris.
one, right?
Yeah, I do already have one.
That would be amazing for me.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that her and Seer were the two I was hoping for.
I mean, is it not even going to get my hopes up by giving me one legendary out of 30-some pulls?
Well, I didn't get any out of 50.
Yeah, you've gotten 2 out of 14 before.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah, so you
Shut
don't
it.
need any.
I was holding off making a 6-star just in case I got something good today. Oh, Light Swarm.
Oh, Light Swarm, dude. Holy shit, dude. That's fucking good. Dude, there's your spider team, man.
He has an 8 on the Fire Knight. He's rated as a 2 on the Spider,
What?
according to Chosen's Ultimate Raid tier list.
Oh, what does how Hades say? Just as a sanity check of how much I actually trust Chosen.
Hades tier list.
Fake ass Skull Crown. Got 3 left.
He's got him as a 5 on the Spider.
Told you, man. Told you, dude.
And Ice Golem and Fire Knight. And I mean, it's interesting. They just, yeah, they don't agree on much.
Who would you trust in this argument here? If both were on the Discord channel right now, who would you trust? Who would you put your money behind?
Well, I would
Hell
definitely
Hades.
put my money behind Hell Hades.
Oh, Confessor. Got 2 more. Oh, what you got? Oh, man-eater.
This guy is supposed to be a good early career guy. I mean, not early career.
Yeah, he used to be
early,
good, but well, since a lot of the other things have come in, he's kind of dropped off.
Well, boys, we got what we wanted, technically.
Yeah.
Where
you're-
I'm out of curious, how many shards did you pull, and what are you right now on the tournament? I'm just curious.
31 shards, and I am in third in my tournament with
How many
4,000.
points is that?
4,151. Now, to be fair, I also fused all 4 epics this morning for Cillian. I haven't fused him yet.
But you'll get Cillian probably in the next day, so you'll get that
Yeah.
legendary book. Is no doubt, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, technically
I'm-
fusing or getting Cillian's only 500, right? So
Yeah, I'm at 6,300 on mine.
yeah, I would still be 400 away from that last book, technically.
You could just dump 400 fucking mystery shards in order to get a legendary book. That's
Yeah,
a
I would have to
big-
do something
yeah.
like that, yeah. Mm. 10 more days and I get a sacred and a void. Whee.
I get him on my other account in 2 days.
So no legendaries. Light Sworn wasn't. Let's see what he does. All right, attack one enemy 3 times. So that's obviously good for the Fire Knight, and decreases turn meter.
Fire Knight.
So very
And-
good there.
Yeah, Fire Knight and decreased turn meter is also good on Spider.
Yeah. So attack an
Although it's
enemy.
only 10%.
Places a decreased attack debuff and a decreased speed for 2 turns.
That's good. That helps with both of them.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And he's defense based too.
Increased defense and a revive on death buff on all allies for 2 turns. I mean, it's not terrible. I can see why he would have some value in both. I don't know that I'd have put him as a 5 on Spider the way how Hades did, but I don't think he deserves to be in the bottom. Like fucking, where's his dick put him? Son of a bitch. Like, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Now, I gotta store all this shit. Also, I pull the Man-Eater, and I have 0 fucking, those pain keepers to start the...
I got 2 of them today, and I had another one already. I may have 4 of them
So
actually.
do you have the Man-Eater?
Yeah, I got 2 of them today.
Well, then
What are
you
guys
should
talking
be...
about?
You should be running the unkillable strat, dude.
Well, dude, I just got them today.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, like, why aren't you excited about this? Forget your fucking clan boss team. Your clan boss team is now Man-Eater, 3 fucking pain keepers, and like an apothecary. And you're done. You'll survive infinitely up to 50 rounds and then get killed. You do more damage than Hudman.
Oh my god, dude, that.
That's right, though.
Well, let me see what I got. Okay.
I would stay up tonight just to do that, just so I could post that in Diablo chat the next morning.
Yeah, absolutely. You could troll Hudman with that shit. Are you fucking kidding me? I would
There's
troll the fuck
one.
out of him. Is he watching right now? Hudman, you should be getting trolled right now. Hope you're watching, you ponce. Anyway,
Is there
here's
any
my
way we can? So
Yeah,
you know,
I've
like
got 3. I've got 3 of the
pain keepers. Yeah, so you need 3 of those and 1 Man-Eater and a speed champ. And you be Gucci, my friend. The pain keepers don't even need to be maxed.
Yeah, but who's doing the fucking damage?
It just gets done with you do end up having to fuck. Who does it? You put like a third person in there, like either a poisoner or a speed champ or something. Darth Microtransaction did it with like some real chintzy ass Painkeepers and one Man-Eater.
Oh
And
wait.
then, like, the higher you get them, then you give them all masteries, and they just do War Master procs.
Actually, I've got 4 Pain Keepers.
Yeah, but it takes 50 turns for the boss to finally get to where he can fight through unkillable.
Yeah.
So you're good. Yeah, dude, your clan boss team just changed entirely. Fucking Dracomorph on the shelf, dude. Because people were complaining that even counterattack teams don't do as good as the unkillable teams right now. Like if you invest in them.
Yeah, the problem is.
I'm just you're gonna be farming some food for a little bit, my friend, but you're good to go.
What?
You might drive Hudman to quit the game. I'm just saying. Like I'm telling you right now.
Is there? So you guys know that whole like if you click on the support button, like it tells you in the URL that pops up how much money you've spent. That's like how support sees what kind of a valued customer you are.
No, I never did that.
You know that trick? Like yeah, so like if you're in the app and you press like get support and it launches a browser, your URL actually shows you how much money you spent in the game.
Huh.
But
I guess I'm going out to get dinner.
All right, man. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Yeah, you guys gonna be on later?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on probably all night. I'm off for 9 days, dude. I do whatever I want now.
I'm off for 4 weeks.
Shut up. So, Alan, can I have you log into my account and clean out my vault?
Why would I do busy work like that?
Can you tell me? See, look at this vault, dude. Look at it. I'm circling the number with my fucking pointer.
Yeah, why do you have so much shit? Don't have any duplicates of any rares. 0 duplicates of any rare. Is that already something?
I thought we decided that I could have duplicates of decent rares.
Yeah, what do you call a decent rare?
So
maybe some starters. I want to say like. No,
I pull up like one of these tier lists and I search through and see
right there
where
that
they
looks
fall.
Like he's got a bucket on his head that you have 3 of. What the hell you got 3 of him for?
Yeah,
food I do have a couple people that I overloaded on.
You maybe 3 Kales, maybe 3. Yeah,
2 gnarl horns. What are you doing?
Yeah, the bucket guy. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, this guy I need to get rid of 2 of, but he's actually rated decently.
No. God tier. Have a double of a god tier. That's literally it. Man.
Yeah, look at that. You've got 4 of her. What the hell are you doing?
That's a dude, I think.
Buckethead guy, that dude right there, the purple dude, purple elf.
We're going through this. Look at all my epics.
Dude. What are you doing, Corey?
Oh, look at this. 5-star food ready for leveling. 5-star food ready for leveling. I can make 2 6-stars right now. I've been waiting for this void pool just to fucking do it.
Why do you have them ascended if they're food?
Oh, I was doing that for a weekly battle pass thing. I had to ascend like X amount of people or so. It was that one where you had to ascend like fucking people from all different factions or some shit.
Yeah.
Well, because a level 1 ascension on an uncommon costs nothing.
Yeah. Agreed.
But it's still stupid.
I don't know. Dude, there were not 50 people I could find to keep to ascend all of them. And it would have cost me more to do these fucking uncheap ass epics.
Yep. No, I'm in agreement there. There's nothing.
Well, thank you, Alan. All right, so let's see here. Vault. All right,
I gotta go. I guess I gotta drive to Cheesecake Factory.
Ooh, nice. Move to vault. First thing I'm gonna do is put the lock on this Coldheart. She ain't going nowhere. God, I've put like 100 void shards into trying to get a Coldheart, and now have 1.
Hey, that's good.
You know how many of some of this other bullshit I've had? Like how many of this fucking guy? Jesus. She, like, by herself, she's gonna kill Spider for me. I'll get Spider 20 tomorrow.
Have you done 19?
She's gonna do it by herself, but
No, I haven't done 19. I don't need to do anything.
19 is harder than 20. These are things I know about.
She's gonna crush it up for me, dude. What would make is it like force?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is why like Gaelic it's impossible to keep Gaelic alive in 19, right?
Yeah.
So you
But
can't
now
use
I don't
Gaelic.
need him. Don't need him. He's out,
Yeah,
baby.
Yeah, I don't. Okay.
All I need to stay alive is miscreated monster creating a shield that's bigger than your entire health bar by zapping a bunch of spiders.
You're actually right. I don't have miscreated as which
Yeah,
is
dude,
like I think
miscreated
probably
monster makes that fight stupid for me for survivability. I just need to. I even put Sepulture Sentinel in there for like debuff immunity and shit. I can throw in a Rezer. Like I can kind of do whatever I want as long as Coldheart just does her stupid thing. Fire Knight 20 also definitely going to go down now. Like Coldheart was game over for me. That's why I almost didn't care about anything else. All right, so wait, we're going back to my vault. Into the vault again. All I care about is what are you? Why is my wife laughing at me? She's a real bitch. Oh, I actually have one of these guys over here. So I made this mistake early on. I was like, oh, I'll flag the ones of the rares I want to keep by leveling them to level 10. And then it doesn't line them up anymore.
Yeah, I have that too. Well, I did that during like a champion training where I fucking leveled everybody just to like a level, at least a 7 or a 6 or something like that, just to get all the bonus points of even my duplicate. Yeah, but it kind of alpha lines everything, and depending on how much XP you have with my
Yeah.
battle bonus bonuses, I now go to 7 instead of 6. Yeah, it is. You have to, if you're trying to find anybody, you have to do it through affinity and stuff. You have to sort them not by level.
Yeah, and that's what I've been doing. Alright, so Buckethead guy. I have 3 of.
I'll be honest, dude. Like everybody, dude. Like you keep one for a fusion. That's really it.
I thought you were
Is there
supposed
really
to.
a
What
level?
about Faction Wars?
No, I wait until you get like somebody who's like good for Faction Wars. Like I mean, it's not going to be these rares, man.
Well, they're better than nothing. Because otherwise, I can't get 3 stars on even the lowest level of shit, right?
Yeah, dude, like I wait until I get a good faction because I level. The idea is that we'll have enough good shit, spread around. I don't play faction war in that way. I guess maybe that's my.
All right, so like I'll go to Chosen's tier list, right? This is what I was doing. You tell me if you think it's stupid. All right, I go to like Grinner, this dude. Okay, so he is rated as a 4.0 overall. And Chosen's list does go all the way up to 10, right? Supposedly. But basically, what I've been doing is, and I guess he does have it all red as 4.0s or less. Maybe I should just be shit canning 4.0 or less. I've been doing 3.0 and less.
No, so here's my okay.
So if it's
you're playing the
3.0 or
faction war
less,
game,
I only keep one of them. And if it was
If you-
above that, I'd keep 2 and only 2.
if you are playing the faction war game, then maybe that's a little bit different. But my point is that it's not that you have to look at this like, would you ever fucking level Buckethead guy? Right? Does he serve some kind of
I
purpose?
mean, if I ever stopped having to level up guys to do other shit, sure, I would level him maybe to 40 or even
what?
50. I don't know that
But
I'd
for what
6-star
reason?
for Faction
Yeah, see,
Wars.
Also, faction wars is like, yeah, you're only getting a couple stars from those early levels and whatnot. Like right after like the boss, a level 40 cannot stay alive. Like a level 40s are like irrelevant, kind of like. So those are people that you're gonna need to like as you're pushing on some of these factions, like undead. For me, I have like a ridiculous undead team because it's just the way
Yeah.
it went out. Like
Well, that's
Vardos
just
and-
what I just thought of, right? So that guy's undead. Buckethead, fucking what's his dick? Right? He's an undead dude. So what do I have for undead? I'm gonna get rid of her, but I'll have her, the Banshee. She's about to go up. And then,
Miscreated. I mean, not whatchamacallit.
but I got Mausoleum Mage, whatever that guy is, Dark Aethel, this dude. Alright, so I have like 5 epics. Okay, so that convinced me. 2 of these guys now become food.
I, I would trash a lot more aggressively than just FYI.
Well, I'm just saying, there's no reason to keep more than one of any given undead guy because I'm going to scrap. Because I'm only going to do faction wars with epics and above, right? There's no reason not to. That makes sense?
Yeah, and
Right,
even
so
if that, like, I don't even have the cash to like equip a lot of these people. Maybe you get it to 12. It's actually not that big of a deal. Yeah, I just don't put the time in for faction wars. If I have a good team, I have a good team.
I'm going to take one of these and move it to the vault. And the rest are just going to sit there. And then, like, this wretch, right? I have 2 extra wretches. I should book them into this guy. So pull all them out. This Frozen Banshee, I might as well pull out and book into the other thing, right?
A Frozen Banshee book, you save a rare book. I could kind of buy in that. I don't know if you'll ever need a wretch that's that's fully booked up, right? I think he's almost a better food. You're almost for me. I hate making food, so I would always rather use like a wretch for just a 3-star food than to use him to book him into some wretch that I'll never use. Really, that's also why I don't level other people into things unless I'm going to use them, unless it's a kale or something of that nature.
I mean, Wretch is one of those champions that brings, like, fucking heal blocking, right? I thought that made him somewhat useful.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, do you really need what are you using the heal blocking for? I guess.
I don't know. I have Grizzled Jarl, so I probably wouldn't use him for anything else.
Yeah, that's so like I don't even use unless it's something like this Amager guy or something like that. Like I don't even think of rares like other than the god tiers. Armiger.
Dude, I have a lot of stuff. Alright. I'm gonna have to put all these fucking voids in the vault, though. So yeah,
Went to
now that
work
mother.
today.
See, look at these voids. You're like, oh, you're never gonna have duplicates of voids. Did I have 2
Yeah,
spare bulwarks? I have whatever the fuck this dude is. 3 of this guy.
you
3
definitely have
hair
more void
specs.
shards than I do. Um, I was saying I went into work today. It's depressive, man. Like
Really?
no one's there, and I don't know.
I mean, people, they gotta do what they gotta do, right? Like, you guys are all just doing what you gotta do.
Did you hear there was a positive case at the labs?
No, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, it was announced yesterday.
This Kale and Elaine, I could probably get rid of one of each of those. Man, so what does that mean for you guys? Does it change much? Anything? Like,
I don't think so. I think we're running on the assumption that there's probably much more positives. Just happens to be somebody who actually got tested, and I mean, they're shutting down that specific building for like deconning it and stuff. But
yeah.
I mean, they'll open it back up by Monday, is what they said.
Huh. Yeah, like what about this war priest chick? I got 3 of her.
She's good.
And whatever this dude
Would
is.
never would never use her. So I'd save one for a fusion in case there's a fusion. Other than that, no. Goes in the bin.
Well,
Goes in as food.
I got a leveled one of her somewhere.
I've eaten those guys up. Like I had a war priest to 50 and totally just used that as food.
I never use like a food that I leveled up. You're just fooding a lot of people, dude.
If it makes your greater team better, that's what he was meant to do then.
I guess that seems harsh. Alright. I gotta level some of these so I can eat up some of this food that I pulled out. And they're all about to get fucking rolled into these fusion people. I need 20 fucking 4-stars to be eaten by these 5 to bring them up to 5-star.
Oh shit, you haven't done that? No, I'm much closer to the fusion. I have them all like at 49 and ascended other than the void person.
You never underestimate how quickly.
I hate food. I think for me, like I don't mind like grinding dungeon stuff because to be able to click on something like every 2 minutes or 3 minutes is actually really very tolerable for me. But to sit there and micromanage like every 15 seconds, I think it's like maddeningly frustrating for me.
Fucking Torment. Hate him. That fucking bitch counterattacks everybody. Give me some of them buffs. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're fucking Valkyrie, Martyr, whatever the fuck team. Ain't shit.
Yeah, so I guess you're right. I think I should do my pull to see if I get a Coldheart. If I don't get a Coldheart, I think I am gonna level Armiger. Is that crazy?
I mean, it's an uncommon, dude. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm not saying you should. I mean, your primary goal is just to get the spider down, right? Like, you feel like you're not there with your ultimate Gallic build.
19 is too hard. So I've been watching him like Hell Hades do like the people's push to 19. He doesn't even use Gaelic for 19. It's too hard to keep him alive. He uses Gaelic back at 20 to run the auto.
Interesting.
If you can keep him alive.
So what's he
But
manualing 19 with?
a bunch of like Razin and a bunch of like lightning people. He's trying to nuke down just the spider and whatnot with like hard hitting guys. I think my Septimus is actually really good on 19. Like it takes a huge chunk of things out. I just need to do it fast enough. The problem is that Sinesha can't tank that tank strategy is it's very very fragile, and I don't think I have the right mindset to get that going correctly.
Well, she gets to take like 3 hits, right? And then
Yeah.
and if she doesn't counterattack, I mean, you put her in the defense build, right? The defense tree.
Yep.
Yeah. So if she doesn't counterattack on one of the 3 hits, she's dead.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed like for him, he also puts like other support, like an apothecary that will throw a heal in the middle of her getting hit and stuff like that too. But it's just not enough. Like it's not consistent enough. Where like I feel like and it's also one of those things where you also forget about like when the spider spits out as well. Like that almost basically kills her as well. Like there's just so much bullshit like that. I just couldn't keep her alive.
Yeah, I don't know. It's rough. I mean, we'll find out. Like, I could be totally wrong about how excited I am about this Coldheart situation.
You have Rosin to pretty much tank. So he uses Rosin as the primary tank on 19. So if you have a pretty beefy Rosin, I think that takes in a bunch of the hits.
All right, where are we at here? Okay, I just need to burn down the arena. Let's see where the clan boss is. 38 minutes. Dude, am I going to throw a 4th key at Ultra Nightmare to go up one more level?
Yeah, why not?
Is that better than
Well,
anything else?
how many keys do you have? I did this math. So between Nightmare and Brutal, if you only have 1 key, I throw it at Brutal to try see if I could 1 key the whole thing, where you can't do that with Nightmare. So therefore, Brutal is actually better if you only have 1 key left. If you have 2 keys left, I think that changes the calculation of how much you can get on Nightmare. So with 2 keys, can you get a Grandmaster chest?
Yeah, but with 1 extra key, I can go up a level to Divine in Ultra Nightmare, and I think that's
No
probably
idea the
what makes the
difference.
most sense.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll do that real fast. I was tweaking gear just this morning to try and make it work better on Ultra Nightmare. I think the difference right now is definitely the Grand Hall.
I'm excited to be home. I think I'm excited to talk to my friend Corey. This might be reason to pop a beer actually.
Dude, I'm already whiskying it up. You might as well beer. I guess it is earlier for you, but still.
So I should probably do my pulls too, because if I get a Coldheart, I think that changes my calculation of what I should be.
Well, yeah, if you fucking like, if you 6-starred that little Armiger or whatever today, and then pulled a Coldheart tomorrow, I would like, I mean, I'd kind of laugh, but I would also want to like slap you around. Like, what are you doing? I mean, I have had the worst luck in the world ever pulling a Coldheart, so hopefully, you don't have my luck.
Well, so there's two driving factors for me, right? I need to get done with this fucking mission. So then my next 6-star has to be a lightning person. So that's A. So even if I pulled a Coldheart, I can't 6-star her until I get through this mission, kind of thing, right? Because I'll wait to give her. I'd have to wait to 6-star her after I 6-star like another force and another blue, right? Like that's the stupidity that I'm in the middle of right now. So there's that factor, and there's also the factor of like even if I get a Coldheart, I don't even know if I could still do Spider 20 or not.
Yes.
I think I might do Armiger. Yeah.
No,
Right.
you would not do Armiger.
Convince me I'm wrong then.
So, number one, you should still do Stagnite for your spirit, right? Like your lightning guy. Right now, you would have an option. So let's say you pull a 9.57. Look at me go. Let's say you pulled a fucking Coldheart right now. Then you know you're going to get Spider 20 with the build that you have, right? You have a Rosin. You have, a Coldheart. You have the things that you need.
Sure.
So you're going to do it. So you need to slog through the stuff that you're on now, which is simply you need to do a spirit first, and then, like, is that the first one of the four is spirit?
It is. So yeah, so I need to do 4 more. So spirit, then magic, then force, then void. So honestly, I would save Coldheart until I got to that void part. I'm not gonna do 2 voids, right?
Well, you got to remember also what you're talking about is ascending, not 6-starring.
It's the same. It's one and the same because I don't have any 6-star currently that are not ascended. So therefore, I need to create a 6-star in order.
I understand that. I'm just saying you could 6-star all 4 of them in any order.
I see.
Use them to do whatever you want, and then do that final ascension in the proper order.
Very, very true. Very true. I hope that's the way it works. But yeah, you're right.
Actually, you know what kind of fucked me over, and it's sort of your fault, is I was saving people's ascensions. Like my Steel Skull wasn't fully ascended, some other people weren't fully ascended. And when you got to, you remember that point where it was like ascend 2 champions to whatever fucking level, and you got to it, and you're like, no, it was retroactive, and it was, right? Like, then I was like, oh, okay, I don't need to save them anymore, and so I just ascended everything. And I'd have looked ahead and been paranoid and saved it for this if I hadn't known that, but that doesn't make any. It honestly doesn't make any sense that they were retroactive for some things, and then they're not for others. Like, it is really dumb. Just being honest, it's stupid. So, anyway, so I don't really blame you or anything, but it just that is why I was saving them initially, was for that purpose. And then it turned out not to bite us there, and just bite us later. So how much further on the mission behind you am I? So I'll do Void soon, right? Like, I'll do it tomorrow night at 8 p.m. or whatever. So I'll blow through Void, mix the potions, that'll be done. Boom, 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 done with that, done with that, done with that. 15 million easy, done. Great Hall bonus 8, done. Mastery's done. Alright, so then I'm going to have to do the Arcane Keep, easy to do. Ice Golem Peak, easy to do. Dragon Slayer, easy to do. Minotaur, easy to do. Keep on cruising. This one, done. Boom, boom. Fire Knight's Castle, I'll actually use Coldheart for, so I'll probably have already 6-starred her by then. But I won't fully ascend her. Same thing, stage 15, the Spider's Den, she'll help immensely there, where right now I'm only like 50% with it. So I'll slog through that. That'll be boom, boom, done. Rings and Banner done. Great Hall bonus to level 9 is done. And then I'm right here, Spirit Keep, and boom. Spirit Champion, level 6 of Ascension. So right here, I need the Stag Knight pretty much standing by, ready to go. And actually, now that I got a Coldheart, my plan would have been to do Catacomb Counselor, Frozen Banshee, and Stag Knight. Now it's Catacomb Counselor, Frozen Banshee, Coldheart. So I have to get a fourth 6-star ready, and I only have 3 ready right now. So I'm going to have to build one up anyways for this, which is still probably going to be Stag Knight. Unless I want to do somebody else. I don't know who I would do, though. Maybe fucking Shamrock? I think Stag Knight's more valuable than Shamrock. Anyway, ascend to level 6 of Ascension there. Boom. So that's where I need to get to. And then it goes right into Magic, right into Force. My Force champion right now, and that's unfortunate because I did Sepulchre Sentinel and Rosin. Both of them would have been great for that. That's probably going to be...
Zagara, right?
Oh, I have a Zargala. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's got to be mine, I think.
That's a good one. That's a good suggestion. So Void is going to be Coldheart, right? That's an easy one there. Yeah. Void's Coldheart, Forces Zargala, Magic, Catacomb Counselor, and Frozen Banshee would count. And then Spirit's going to be Stag Knight. I'm just going to have that all ready to go. It's going to take a lot. And by then, reach Gold 4, everything else. Great Hall to level 10. And then I actually need to do the 17s, and then the 20s, and then have Arbiter. Dude, that's beefy, man. It's a tall ask. It's a tall order.
Honestly, if I wasn't so almost checked out of this game, I would just pay for food at this point. This is like the most I just want to pay for food. The thought of doing 4 more 6 stars is like almost incomprehensible to me.
Really? I just kind of
I hate food
idly.
so much.
Like, I'm going to do it plus a fusion here.
Maybe the multi-battle helps you out. I have no idea why it frustrates me so much and food is easy for you to accrue. But arena, I love. Like, I love hand-picking arena stuff. My percentage is always over 97%. I use all the energy that I'm given. I love going in there and just picking teams.
Like, I like the fact that this is just... Now, granted, my food farmer is fast.
I think that when Septimus was my food farmer, I mean, it was faster than my Kale is right now, but that doesn't help. Like, for me, it's worse that it's fast because I have to click more. Does that make sense?
You just do it in spurts, right? Because you're not, like, are you buying energy to get through it? Are you gemming it?
Yeah.
So, I think you just have to set, like, what you're going to do. So, you say, like, I'm going to fucking do, I don't know, X amount of whatever. I'm gonna do one fucking 5-star tonight. I'm going to do it. Boom. And then you just figure out what it takes to do it, and you do it.
No, my problem is that I have to press every 15 seconds, though.
Well, but that's what I mean, right? So, but if you had to press every 7 seconds, you would do whatever your mini goal is twice as fast. So, I was more annoyed having to wait 30 seconds than I am with her just doing 7 seconds.
You're right. I
because
see what you're saying.
Because it's either 2 minutes, like you said, for like a dungeon thing or whatever, something that like I can do something in between. That's fine, but you're not going to do something in between either 30 seconds or 7 seconds. So I'd rather have 7 seconds and just do it like 4 times as fast.
Correct, but I'm constantly there now. I'm constantly looking at my phone or at my device, where I can do something at 2 minutes. Like in 2 minutes, I can
Yeah.
look away and do something else.
And I
which
totally
like.
understand that. I guess what I'm saying is the way I look at Ray farming food is if I'm gonna do it, if I'm gonna have to be looking, I might as well do it just like as fast as possible. I mean, I'll churn through like 500 energy in I don't know 15 fucking minutes, right? And just be done. And I'll be like, all right, burn 500 energy today, good. Like, and I got halfway to a 5-star or something. And it's just less overall commitment because I don't look at it as I need to go from 0 to 6-starring a champion today. But I'd say that like as I work through it, I probably average preparing to 6-star a champion. I don't know, maybe once a week.
How many 6-stars do you have?
I don't know. Let me check here in a second.
Do you have? Maybe I'm. So I have 16 6-stars, and it just feels. It just feels slow.
All right, so I got 3 in the bank. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15.
Your rate's also much, but like I had like 4 or 5 before you even started playing. So.
Well, and I could make 3 more now.
Oh my god. I cannot. I have no.
Like I have 3 5-star chickens, and I just earned another one from that tournament. That would be 4. And
I have
could,
0 chickens.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I ripped through it, dude. I've always told you I'm a grinder.
I thought I was too, man.
It does help having the raid pass in the 100 multi battles. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't. I've thought of that. But I don't know. That's what's differentiating you and me right now.
But I also
you have a better mindset.
Recently I've been using those for like the last month or so. I've been using them overnight. So now I need somebody to fucking. I thought about writing into Hell Hades and seeing if he would just clear up my artifact stash for me. Account takeover, clear up this guy's artifact stash. Like I again have 650 some artifacts.
I'm into the point of I don't keep anything that's not a 6-star of a set that So that's my new principle with artifacts. At the last dragon thing, it was just too hard. So like day set or one of those the Avenger set. If it's
Days
not a 6-star,
avenging,
it's
yeah.
It's in the bin.
See, I think I should do that. I've been thinking about doing it. What I've been thinking about doing is just so everything's 5 or 6-star now, anyways. And I wasn't necessarily thinking of just like locking it into 6-star because I would argue that a 5-star with the right substats is better than a 6-star with the wrong substats.
Correct.
Even if none of them are flat stats.
For like speeds and things that you use, I think that's more valuable though.
I saw a video of a guy that said for a blue, he only keeps it if it has both speed and accuracy. And anything else you shit cans. And frankly, right now I've started shit canning stuff that has attack on it. How often do you use the attack stat? How often do you care about attack percentage?
I haven't thought of it that way, but I think that you're right.
I would argue I cared about it on Ray, and that was it.
Yeah, I agree. You right when you said that, I resonate.
I do not care about attack percent is worthless to me. And I can barely find a use for boots that like I don't think you use boots that don't have speed on them until you're basically at the end game.
Defense, I would argue that I do use a lot of boots with defense. With
Where are you putting that?
Defensive heroes.
But what's their speed then?
Find speed.
Like you can sacrifice? Oh, you can't find speed.
Yeah.
But even in the last video I watched of Hell Hades, he's like, go and get white, like common speed boots if you don't have speed. Like his argument is you need that. Right? I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand the meta enough to argue with that, I guess.
I mean, speed means so much, right? Like, I don't know. And I think you don't have enough. You don't have enough like speed from other things until you're near endgame, and even then, I think the reason some of these like super endgame players get away with running less speed is because chances are they all have counterattack. And with counterattack, you're only trying to achieve for Nightmare 170 and for Ultra Nightmare 190 speed.
Yeah.
So hell, I could achieve that. I have fucking more speed than that. You keep mentioning to me that like some of these apothecaries are running 3 speed sets, and I believe they are. I have 205 speed on my apothecary and a lifesteal set. Just from getting lucky with the right shit.
No, but I mean, I think that you would do better at 220. You would be able to get him to 220.
I don't know. Would he do better at 220? See, the way I also think of it is this, though. Number one, I always clan blast on auto, so
yeah,
there's that. But also, the fact that I clan blast on auto, the thing that you notice about people with a heal on auto is they only heal if somebody needs a heal. Right? So by putting
it's really fucked up. Yeah, the logic is really fucked up because I know like my Septimus will heal right now. Like I could see his turn meter, and he's like he hits so hard that he every hit he does, it's not even it doesn't need to War Master. He will heal with any A1. And so, like, if I was manualing it, I would never tell Apothecary, you need to heal
anybody.
Septimus, yeah.
Right? So, but the thing is, like, what Apothecary will do, she'll heal anybody that's not healed up, or he will. So, by putting them in lifesteal, instead of wasting a turn healing himself or others, hopefully they're all healed up, and then he'll attack. It's kind of my argument.
Sure.
Because if I'm not going to manual him, the way to make him attack more is by having everybody in lifesteal. And I do actually, surprisingly enough, I achieve the stats I achieve with having lifesteal. I think the fact that I have 0 points in any affinity of defense in my Great Hall is crippling.
Can I see your Grey Hall just to kind of make fun of it, please? Like, can you?
Yeah, just a moment.
Screenshot. I am.
Hold
I'm
on.
appalled. I'm just absolutely appalled.
I don't think it's that embarrassing, by the way.
Do you think Hell? So I've watched enough for Account Takeover. Hell Hades will facepalm at certain people right when he clicks on the Grey Hall button, right?
I don't know if he would facepalm. He might facepalm. I'm going to give it a 50% chance.
But the funny thing about that is he usually facepalm people who have no idea like what they're doing, right? Like you are a very well versed in this. Oh my god, dude! Oh my god! Dude.
All right, so here's the thing, though. If I wasn't all right, number one, notice I have almost 1,200 gold stars up here to distribute.
Why? Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, because now all that is plus
10.
Yeah, that's plus 10 accuracy right there, right? So I almost don't even care.
No, you will get that guy to 9, and then you need to get another 1,000.
Yeah,
10.
and what pains me is that when I first started doing this and I was doing spirit accuracy, it was because I was running Steel Skull and fucking Occult Brawler.
Sure.
And now I've taken Steel Skull out, and I'm about to take Occult Brawler out and replace him with Frozen fucking Banshee, and now I'm going to be stuck with my accuracy and my lowest stat here on Magic. But I still have to pump this up to 10 just because of the Arbiter Drive, right?
I get it.
So, but
why did you attack before defense? Not that you put a lot in an attack.
So I did this way back when I was trying to make like Elaine farm faster, when I could first do 12-3 Brutal. So I did that, and then I did the crit damage before I ever researched anything. And then the moment I got the crit damage up there a little bit and started really kind of focusing on my arena team, when I pulled some of those champions who are now carrying my arena team, I did some research and I was like, okay, I need to just pump everything into accuracy. So if you took the 800, 700, right? Because Hell Hades said basically your goal should be to get accuracy and then defense and then HP to like sixes before you do anything else. So if you took some of those out plus the 1100 I have here and just dropped it all evenly spread across defense, I'd probably be looking at what, like 4-4-4-4, maybe 5-5-5, and then it'd look a lot less embarrassing. It looks embarrassing because a lot of my early investment is stuck right here.
Yeah, but I mean, you still have so in order to get that accuracy, and to your point, like something that's not even really usable, you just need to do it to get for the Arbiter mission. You need, what is that, like 1700? You still need 600 or 700 more medals, and then you could
It should be 8 or 750.
seven. Well, it costs
Right, because
1,000.
it's going to cost me 1900, right, total. So I need what, 750 plus
is it
1100 is
900?
1900. Yeah, it's 1900 for the next one, and then 1000 for the one after that.
Okay, so 1900. So you still need to get 800 more medals before
Basically.
you can do anything productive.
Yeah,
is what
pretty
you're
much.
saying.
Yep.
That's the cringe.
That's the cringy part of going for Arbiter. Now, right now, what I've been doing, I'm running a weak defense team, so I don't push too high. Oh shit, 12 minutes on that? Collect. What I have going for me is that from stuff that I bought previously, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 2,000 energy down there, a bunch of energy refills here. So I have 17 arena refills, 17 and a half that I use right now. So that's like 170 times 4 is, 650, something like that. And then times 0.75, assuming worst case scenario, I only win 3 out of 4. And I'm still talking about like 450, 500 medals that I have sitting in my vault right now.
Which doesn't even get you to Great Hall 10.
No,
Right.
but it gets me most of the way there.
Yeah.
Speaking of, it's brutal to be right there.
I'm actually shocked that you're. So I mean, like your team power, your clan boss team, like they all rival mine. The only thing that's hugely different than us is our Great Hall. Like my Great Hall is in a very different state than yours.
Yeah, I think you've had a lot better arena team for a lot longer.
I think that I also spend more time at it, right? Like I don't just click on all teams. Like I judge, I try to understand meta, I try to understand what I'm gonna win, what I don't win on. Right? Like I am putting more effort into it. And I go through, I think, more well, we probably do the same amount of tokens. I mean, I think you're just
I believe that. But see, I haven't put any thought into this so far, and I'm about to have won 5 in a row.
Painful. I don't even want to watch. Like I can't watch. I'm doing my also arenas, and I'm judging each team. I'm seeing if I know all the legendaries. I judge that on who I attack first with my seeker, so that I know how to turn. I know who's the most dangerous person on.
You provoke their buffer. That's the thing you should do. You provoke their speed buff, and then they won't speed buff, and then your entire team will go faster than them.
There's some people that are scarier than speed buffers for me. Like Zulgara is one of those people. Like she will destroy my entire team if I let her attack. So, or like Madame Cerise is also really scary, because of what she does as well. So like there's I think you're right. I think principle you're correct, but I apply a little bit more because of you start understanding the people that are really fucking you over.
So what's interesting, if you want to outplay Madame Saris, just don't buff until she goes.
Yeah, and I have to do that. I do that depending on if my seeker hits or not, right? Like, yeah, it's like, yeah,
This guy's
it's a
got a
fun game to
whisper,
play.
and you don't see that a lot.
To me, that's a fun game to play. You choose to not play that part of the game.
You notice if you're paying attention, I am 8 for 8 not playing that game and just clicking as fast as possible. Against Torments, that often happens, though, is I end up, my fucking Madame Saris will get frozen, and then she doesn't get to go, so then she can't debuff, so then I have to wait. Oh, I'm gonna lose this one. Lost one. Like, if I really wanted to pay attention, the only thing I would do is skip Torment the Cold. There's no other delineation that I could possibly make as a guy that runs a speed team. Because there's no way to know whether their speed guy is faster than my speed guy. So you either avoid all speed guys and all Torments, which then I would just never fight anybody, or you're just flipping the coin with speed buff.
No, but I will take this on a gambling / machine learning standpoint. If I was like creating an algorithm to try to do that, I would do simple heuristics. Like I would only choose teams that are under 110 power rank, right?
Oh, you look at their power level? So
I
you would
do
actually
at
like
this
click
level.
battle and then back out after seeing their. Oh my god!
I click like 10 of them, dude. I click on every single person.
Oh my lord!
go back.
I just went 9 for 10 without thinking about it at all. I much prefer my way.
But what are you for the week, right? I do contend that my heuristics are giving me a better win percentage, though.
Absolutely, absolutely they are. I am 85%, 125 and 22.
Yeah.
But have you done 125 fights so far this week?
Let me see. 212 this week.
Wow.
With 15 losses.
Wow, okay.
I think that I was actually arenaing pretty hard this week because I forgot. I think I was waiting for an event or something like that.
Now, do you already have your Great Hall 10?
Yeah. I already have my 10, and I'm building for more stuff now.
Yeah, see, I'm super excited to get past Great Hall 10 because at the rate that I go, like, I should easily get to, 6s in all accuracy and then 5s in all defense, like, very shortly.
Yeah, you have a strong team. You have a very strong team.
Oh, which? My arena team?
Yeah,
if you look at their team power, they look weak as fuck. My Ray is like 50k. So I heard. You ever look up what they rate team power off of?
No idea.
Google says that a lot of it is resistance. And surprisingly enough, my Ray has high resist, which is why she's rated high. But no one else does. So it doesn't matter for them.
What's your overall team power?
Give me a second to get to 30 on these guys, and then I'll look. Should be maybe 7 more seconds. Nope, it was done right there.
Stewie here with Raid Shadow Legends.
117,645.
Yeah, I would click on yours.
Yeah. And do you think you would go first?
I don't think I would go first. I think that but I think I would win. I would love to play your team. Yeah, I think my team would beat your team.
It probably would, but wait, you don't have a Torment, do you?
No.
I don't know if you can beat my team, dude.
I have a Rhodos. I don't.
I beat Rhodoses.
Dude, I just need to survive. So yeah, you're looking for one shot. You debuff and then you try to one shot. But you
Well,
don't.
and that's the thing too. It doesn't work right on defense. Like I run it on defense, but it doesn't work right on defense because Madame Saris will use her A2 versus instead of her A3, which is something that Stu Gaming has complained about a ton. Right? Because it makes no sense. So she'll do her A2 first, which will do nothing because I'll go first and you won't have buffed yet. So it's really dumb for her to do that, but she'll do it anyways. And then Ray will use Banish, which is the AoE freeze thing that removes all buffs again, and she'll use that first when you don't have any buffs. So if
Yeah.
anything, she'll dispel, like if you have shields on from divine pieces, she'll get rid of that, but that's it, and then she'll hit you. Then they have to
Yeah.
get to the second round, then she'll use her A3, then she'll use her A2, and if that happened, then you would all die. But if you can kill me between my first and second round, then I always lose.
I think that yeah, I agree. I think it's whoever is control, like whoever is on defense is gonna lose between our two teams. I would assume.
Alright, I gotta do something with these fucking champions. I gotta pull more shit out of the bin here. Let's sort by faction. Go back down to undead. That's Knight's Revenant. Here's undead. It's like this chick. I don't know what she's doing. Look, I have a level 30 Soulbound Bowyer that I've never done anything with. She's just rocking it, dude. She's rocking it. Alright, so let's say I yank these two out. They're going to become food. There's my undead faction here. Oh, that was Dark Elf. Huh. My apologies. Undead. I've already used this guy in a fusion. I don't think they're going to do it again. Pull one of those out. Son of a bitch. Alright, so. Oh.
All right, I'll do my pools too. Yeah, I have 19.
Do it,
There's no
man.
reason I should wait, right?
Zero reason. I am pulling for you.
I gotta make space. Time here.
Alright, I think I have everybody out right now who's probably all food. Is a Paragon food? I don't know if it is. I might put him in.
Stu's a level 19, level 20 spider without Coldheart consists of both an armor and a stag knight.
He loves the stag, dude. Stu is a big fan of the stag.
What's our feeling on Diablo the next 8 days? Are you basically waiting for us?
I think so.
No point in you making a rats team until we get another necro.
Well, somebody's got to want to do something.
I mean I just need a couple more bounties. I would do bounties. And if I happen to get 2 ancient pieces, I would
Did you already use up all the bounty stuff that we did?
it's not to use. I mean I need to get like illusionary boots and stuff.
Hmm.
So I was bountying for loot, not for mats.
All right. Now I think I can confidently say that everybody I have sitting out here is food. A bunch of 3-star food. I need 20 of them maxed out. And I just did 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just going to go right through this. Are you pulling and not telling me what you're pulling?
No, I'm freeing up some room, but I need to get them out of the sparring pit. Yes, I spar pit people.
Yeah, I spar pit people.
I spar pit people for food, like because I don't want to run the last bit of energy, so I.
Oh my god, that's your efficiency thing again?
Yeah. Keep.
Dude, I'm convinced that you hate this game because you just won't spend any money on it. Though you could argue maybe that if it was a good game, you wouldn't have to spend money on it. I don't know. Have you been playing that 7 Deadly Sins thing?
I enjoy the anime more than the game, to be honest. I've logged in. The game it's like one of those games it's way too overwhelming for you. Like most of these gacha games are just kind of they're just like it's just like fucking Vegas on steroids. You know what I'm saying? With all the offers and what you're trying to do. So I'm at that state of like I just don't understand shit. You know. Um,
I mean, it's like 3 weeks old, right? At least we'd be getting out on the ground floor.
yeah, I'm not even doing dailies and anything like that. You know, it's not like I don't even understand it to that level.
Hmm.
So like raid is actually still. I was hoping that game would just pull me in like lock, stock, and barrel, but it
I think
definitely is a
Hudman will
little bit
quit
too
raid the
complicated.
moment that Kyle is beating him in the clan boss.
Does he really rage quit? Because I don't know. Or that just like motivates him to like throw more money at this so that he gets a.
Oh no, that might happen. He might just yeah, he might go all in. Dude, I am probably getting up there. I think I spent $50 on energy the other day.
You wanna do it on stream that you can you click the support button and you show your streamers what you've spent.
Nah, I don't want to know.
It's one link, man.
That's like when Matt and Seth back in the day went to look at like how much money they had spent on skins in League of Legends, and they both, I think, just regretted it. And honestly, man, it's like back when I lived in Centerville, and Amy and I totaled up one time how much money we were spending at Sweetwater in a month.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to tell you, like, it was averaging just over, I think, $800.
No, that's not surprising to me. I have no idea.
Well, no, because you'd been there with us and knew how much we spent.
Well, no, but it's not that. It's like if I had a personal hangout, 800 does not sound horrible to me.
Well, no, and certainly not now. I mean, I'm doing way better even financially now than I was then, and that was whenever my mortgage was less than half of what my mortgage is now. And even then, like I don't, and that's why I don't. But that's why I don't worry about it with Raid now. It's like you said. Like I watched back when we were poor sailors. I watched Hudman spend money at a strip club. Hell, I never left a strip club without. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, I didn't spend $300-$400, but I probably never left a strip club without dropping a bill, at least. Because I had a system. I'd do the same thing every time. I'd go there once a month. Me and my boys. We get out from the ship. We go downtown. Go there once a month, and I would sit right at the bar, like right at the right up at the dance floor thing, where a lot of people say don't sit there because then you have to tip like every time she comes around or whatever, right? But the way I figured it, I'll get to see every dancer kind of up close and personal, and get my entertainment for only dollar tip money. So if I end up throwing like 3, 4, most $5 at a girl, and they're out there for 10 minutes doing 3 songs, then I'm spending 18, $20 an hour sitting there. Vice, you go get like a lap dance from some girl, that's a minimum, $20. Then you tip just for 3 songs, fucking private, whatnot, right? You're spending way more money.
You're being more efficient with your gems. It's
Yeah.
the same concept as Raid, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I would sit there, and then what would end up happening, I'd always pick one girl for the end of the night. I'd wait if I liked her, whatever, like she was out dancing or whatnot, and maybe I'd slip her a 5. I'd be like, hey, come see me, after the thing or whatever. She'd come out, come around. I'd get a lap dance from her, call it an evening. I was drinking Bud Lights and shit back at the time, which I probably thought were expensive, but it's probably less than I'm paying for beer now here, for sure. That was my 9th set. Get rid of those guys. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, we used to have a lot of fucking fun out there, man. Deja Vu Showgirls in downtown Waikiki. That was back when Deja Vu was a big deal, man. They had their own fucking, they had their own magazine and shit. They weren't just like one of the divey corner strip clubs. Like, we had Showgirl of the Year 2002 and 2003 dancing in my club. She was on the cover of one of the magazines. I had a copy of it. Tell you what, though, like, she was a professional. You could tell. But she was one of those girls that, like, you looked in her eyes and they were just glazed over. Like, I don't think she was enjoying her work in any way. She was just dead behind the eyes, dude. Like fucking shark's eyes, man.
That's probably how I look at work. Just FYI.
Jeez. I told somebody today before I left the office. I said I probably spent 95%. Like me and the team of 5 team leads busted our ass all week. And I told them, I was like, we probably spent 95% of our time this week on work that we would never have to be doing if it wasn't for this current crisis situation. And it's all about balancing a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of stuff that we never should have had to do. And I said, and on one side that's kind of sad, like, but I said on the other side, we fucking busted our ass and did a great job. Sharpening things up, cleaning up like a lot of the language, our engagement with contracts, things like that, like keeping people working, getting them good tasking, keeping everything on point. It's stuff we never should have had to do, but we did it awesomely.
Yeah, no, I mean, so the whole point, like, so I consider you, you're obviously management as well, right? In that tier, and it's like our responsibility is to make sure it's to do management tasks, right? We want to be useful in that way, and if you're still doing that, then I think that's really good. I think that the problem, and I feel that way too. When I actually in this past 2 weeks, if I um get something done, get something like kind of like the things that you're saying, yeah, like, the staff needs things, I am enabling that, I'm setting up an environment to make them useful or more productive, then I'll feel good. I think for the most part though, I think that it's kind of funny, like from the telecommuting standpoint. So the one difference between you and me is that I'm still forced to work when I'm at home, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, like this concept of telecommuting, I think it's actually much easier for the staff to do. I think some of our staffers actually enjoy this, right? They're like, oh fuck, I could just put my head down and I don't have to go to these meetings and people are leaving me alone. They're actually getting more productive. The problem
Yeah.
is that from a management perspective, we are totally hamstring now, right? Our whole point of is like, us walking around, us like figuring out what our staff's doing, us trying to like delve into like what problems our staff are having and stuff. All that setup, that's totally gone out the window, and it's like I feel like I'm no longer an effective manager. Is why I'm been frustrated these past 2 weeks.
Well,
And it's a
so
personal. That's a totally personal thing.
yeah. Well, let me suggest something that I experienced just last night. Right. So we had not yet enacted a call tree. We have been doing everything via group chats and stuff like that. And so finally last night, we had been asked at the office to like do like an actual like proof of life call tree, try and get everybody on the phone, personalize it a bit, see how everybody's doing, let people know they're not forgotten, all that kind of stuff. And so we did that, and I think I only called 5 people, but I probably in total spent an hour on the phone.
Hmm.
And actually, it was the most engaged I had felt with some of those folks, even, you know, in some ways, because of the circumstances, maybe even more than some of the conversations we had had face to face in the office. So I would
I
say
agree. Yeah.
if you're lacking some of that connection, maybe consider like as antiquated as it may seem these days, actually pick up the old phone and give somebody a call. And do
No,
all that checking in that you're saying you would normally do, like walking around with them.
yeah, I agree, and I think that. So I had a department meeting actually yesterday through Skype. Really, really engaged and like talk to people afterwards and all that stuff. With the phone call, and you're right; those are a lot better. I think it's just getting the regular habit of that and just doing it in this world. And I think it's also the frustration of not knowing how long this will last. It's the do I prepare as this is going to be our future for 3 months versus you know
Oh well,
things will
there. I
be.
mean, I'd say yeah, right. Like I'm, and I tell people this up front. I was like, I am always a worst case scenario guy. Like
Yeah.
I am going to tell you, you know, prepare for the long haul. For the contractors, I told them, I was like, we're doing what we can for you. We're getting creative. We're doing everything in our power. I was like, but assume that you will not get your full 80 hours per 2 week paycheck, right? You must operate on that assumption. And the same with like how long this goes and how it all works out at that point. I was like, assume this is going to go long. It's not going to end when you think it is. And then people were like, what do we do if we end up having to come back to work, but they still haven't, they already closed schools for the semester. So what do we do there about childcare? I was like, assume the government is not going to do anything for you.
Yeah.
Right? It's just always, the assumptions you should always make are the worst case scenario assumptions. So yeah, I mean, you might as well start putting, and that was almost all that I did this week. Like, because none of the plans changed this week the way they were changing on those guys, like day in and day out last week. So all I did was focus on putting the rigor in place. I built some fucking documents for tracking like every single task that everybody's doing because right now we're supposed to be minimizing the amount of people in the office. So the first thing I want to do is build that accountability that says, look, if you're here, I want to know exactly what you're doing and I want to look at it and say, I see why that's mission critical, right? I see why you're here in person and not at home. And I figured we could ask that question anyways. Plus, if we're asked to reduce further, I now know what the impact of that will be, all that kind of stuff. I built that thing up. I built up like a couple of spreadsheets for tracking who, what, where. I made some templates for people to fill out for like when they're requesting offsite work and other things, sent that all around. It was just about putting that process in place for an unforeseen circumstance like this, assuming that it'll kind of go long.
Somebody rang the doorbell and I didn't even realize it. Ugh.
I'm surprised you guys don't have the Ring doorbell, right?
I do, and that's how I knew.
Oh, because it came up
somebody
on
rang
your.
it on
Yeah,
my
it should have
phone,
come
but
up on your phone.
I think you were talking to me. And
I was probably rambling.
Dude, Ring doorbell is okay. The biggest game changer for me though is the August smart lock. That's that thing, man.
Oh yeah,
That's
Matt got that. So what
Love
do you just like? What felt game changing for you about it?
The auto lock mechanism. So to never have the worry that did I lock the front door or did I not? It auto locks after 2 minutes. I don't even lock the door. I just close the door behind me, just assume that it'll lock kind of thing. Really like that concept. Really like the fact that I don't need to ever carry a key on me anymore. I can always unlock my door through my phone. I like the fact that I trust our housekeeper now. We have a housekeeper that basically has access during a certain time frame. I can give her like every other week she has access to the door from 8 o'clock till noon.
Yeah, is
It
that
tells
that's just like with a
alerts you.
PIN code, right?
No, with her phone. She made an August account and basically she can unlock it with her Android device.
Oh, okay. I think Matt was telling me about that. I don't know if he had his. He and I use the same cleaner, and I don't know if he just gave her like if he made her get like the app or if she just has a PIN that only works at certain times.
Yeah, and like the app notifies you when they use it, so you know you're aware when they're in the house. Like it's just I don't know, it feels awesome. If I'm ever out of town, I could tell somebody to just come over and like pick up a package for me, and I'll just let them in like remotely. Because I can unlock it from like Washington D.C.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking about getting the Nest version of the lock. Hudman also thinks I should get the fucking thermostats. He's probably right.
Yeah, thermostat's nice. I have a Nest as well.
Well, he said it saved him a lot of money right after he got it.
I don't think I've actually done that calculation. I know it's something that's advertised, but all right, should I do this? I have space for 19 people.
Yeah, man. How many? Is that how many pulls you're doing?
19. Yeah, that's all I have.
All right, let's do it. I'm ready.
2x. Should I have a list up here? Epic Maneater.
You're on the path to the unkillable team, dude. You know, me, you, and Kyle, all three got a man-eater. What?
That would be funny. All three of us were higher than Hudman. Another epic. 2 epics in a row. Cardinal. My first Cardinal.
Interesting. Okay. Good
I
reser.
like it. Dude, these are 2 pretty good pulls so far. Centurion, don't care. Another blue. Just a car, absolutely hate this guy. Another blue. Daywalker, never heard of. Another blue. Centurion. Yeah, I'm starting to see some food here. Another blue. Bulwark. Do I keep a bulwark at level 1 just in case I end a fusion? I do, right?
I mean, that's what I did. I'm gonna food a second one because I had 2 in my max guy, so I'm keeping 1.
Keep him at 1 or keep him at 6 or something. Another blue Paragon.
Yeah, I got 2 of that dude.
Remember, another blue. Oh, Seducer. I've heard Seducer is actually good. I had to use him in the
In the fusion, yeah. So
fusion.
Stu is pretty high on Seducer.
Yeah, I know somebody is. What does he do? Is he useful in anything?
I haven't actually looked at what he does because the only one I got, I had to fuse as well. So I don't know that I have a second one. That...
Ice Golem, Dragon Lair. There's another somebody at my door. There's 2 packages. Maybe like I'm gonna walk out with a headset on. You think Dulce buys more stuff than Amy? I'm gonna argue with you if you think it's true. Or if you think it's false.
I think it might be false, dude. Like I'm not gonna let you.
Dude, our door's always ringing for a reason. Seducer, I don't think it looks like he's a 4/7 and Ice Golem and Dragon Lair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that
Not
he's
heard
gonna be
anything
like
else.
game changing for you, but there are people that like him for certain things.
Seducer is ranked 11th in Hell Hades with nothing out of 5. Yeah, that's
Yeah, see, I almost rather people who are like,
one-trick ponies.
yeah, I'd rather a one trick pony than a fucking jack of all trades.
Got a Painkeeper.
Is that your first one?
I have no idea.
Dude, if you now have 2 Painkeepers, you are literally 1 away from God. The same as fucking Kyle.
Do you want me to back up just to see how many Painkeepers I have? I have no idea.
I mean, I feel like that would make it exciting for every other one that maybe you get, but I don't know. Whatever you want to do. I'm really pulling for you to get a Coldheart, man. I'm trying to will it from over here. So mainly, I just still want to see you 6-star an uncommon.
What the fuck does Painkeeper look like? Is this her? The heart?
She's got like a weird mask on her face. I think is she a dark elf or a demon spawn with like a big mask over her face?
She's a dark elf. She's a purple background. I learned how to watch from the background.
I mean, the first way is like if she didn't have a red dot on her or not, then you would know whether you already had one.
Yeah, that's my first Painkeeper.
All right, 2 more of those, 1 Coldheart, and you're in business. I have no Painkeepers. Like you saw how many of some other bullshit I have had. No Painkeepers, dude. So you and Kyle could be way ahead of me.
Hasprex, I don't know who.
Harrispex.
Hairspec.
He's actually like decent for faction war stuff, which you claim you do not care about.
Bloodhorn.
I don't think he's any good.
I'm running low, man. There's not many left. Veteran. That was I believe you pulled one of these guys.
Yeah.
Another blue. Daywalker.
Ooh, yeah, we already had him. Wow, man.
Kind of Fellhound. Fellhound is supposed to be good.
Yeah, I
right?
thought he did something.
Spider Den. 4.8.
Hmm.
Fire Knight. He's a Fire Knight monster.
Oh, it's because he has reflect damage. Yes. Remember Kyle and I, maybe you weren't in here when Kyle and I were talking about this, but...
Yeah. 15% reflect damage on all allies for 2 turns. His A2. Only have 4 more, man.
Come on, dude. You can do it!
Mabrachi.
Malbranch?
Malbranch. Coldheart.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Yes! Yes. Awesome, man. Awesome.
Fire Knight 4.9, Spiders Den 4.7.
She is an untouchable beast, dude.
She's a rare, so she's easy to book. She'll be able, like, I have like 40 fucking rare books that are not being used.
Yeah, dude, see now, like, fuck that fucking Armager. Jesus Christ. I think I would have cried a little bit, like, on the outside if I'd have seen you 6-star fucking uncommon. Was that your last one to get her?
Two more. I still have 2 more.
Now we need a Sir Nick or 2 Banekeepers.
Dude, what do you think? A bride, man. I would want a bride.
Oh, dude, Sephi, yeah, ooh, yeah.
Cause I would use the bride with fucking the groom with
Oh, yeah.
photos. Yeah, this is good. This was good.
What'd you get? What were the last 2?
Oh, I was still on my Coldheart.
Oh, you're just excitedly looking at her like,
Yeah.
oh.
Bulwark, food, and another blue. Last blue. Hollow.
Oh yeah, that guy's a feed, I think. He was just used in some fusions too. He was in the Rotos fusion, right?
I feel that's right. Yeah. Alright, Armiger. I had an Armiger that was building. That thing just gets eaten up by somebody. Is that true?
I mean, unless you think you might need 2 of them to push through Spider. Like you need the Coldheart and the Armiger. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a thing.
I don't think so.
I just can't imagine a world where you need more than Coldheart and everything else that you already have.
The only thing is that Armiger does have an affinity buff against 19, and I do think 19 is harder than 20. Is what both Hell Hades and Stu constantly say. 19 is the harder one. That you manual just to get through it, then you figure out how to auto 20. Is kind of that tasking.
Yep, I believe.
And so Armiger is a 19 buff.
Yeah, but Coldheart's Void, she at least doesn't have negative affinity versus anything. So
Yeah, but she doesn't get a buff like Armiger.
she doesn't get a buff, but she won't be weak.
Correct. All right, what do I do? What do I do now? Figure out my next 6-star.
You need 4 6-stars in the almost immediate future, dude. So what you do is start fooding, like everybody else in the world.
Stagnite, Zagara, Coldheart, and I need a blue. Who's my blue?
You already have like Frozen Banshee.
No, but I
mean, who's your poisoner right now?
yeah, Cult.
She's better. I'm swapping to her.
How much? How much better?
Hell, Hades says she's the best in the game. I wasn't convinced either till I watched the video and I looked at it, right? So, a Cold Brawler has a 50% chance every time he uses A1 and a 70% chance on every turn because of his passive. Right? So, someone could like math this out to see what that actually is statistically. But, at the end of the day, also, you have Frozen Banshee, her A1. Number one, it's on her A1, which is important because you have Catacomb Counselor.
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Well, I mean, so is a cult brawler.
I know, but Occult Brawler's A1. Well, I don't think Catacomb Counselor's ability probably triggers Occult Brawler's passive. Number one, and number two,
Yeah.
his A1 is a 50% single swing. So for
Yeah.
both War Master and putting poison down, she is a 2-hit 100%, and it's the big poison as long as poison affinity or poison sensitivity is already on the boss, which she can also apply. So basically, every time she swings, it's twice as much poison guaranteed. So technically, 4 times as many, because if you figure he only puts it on 50% of the time, you know what I mean? Like, he gets
Yeah.
one at 50%, one at 70%, or she just gets 2 automagic. And then she puts poison sensitivity on, which increases the damage of the poison by I don't know what percent, but it's basically equivalent to a weaken, I believe, or better than a weaken.
You're right.
And
I'm leveling.
yeah,
You don't need to say anymore.
she also buffs the turn meter of everybody else based upon the number of debuffs on the boss, which
should be 10.
Should be 10, so it should be a 20% turn meter buff for everybody in the party every time she uses that ability, which a Cold
Just
Brawler doesn't have at all.
Way more value than
Yeah.
OC.
Yeah.
OB. Yeah.
That is my sense. And that is what I looked at when deciding that she would be.
So Stag Knight's my lightning.
Stag Knight is your spirit guy.
What order do I do this in? Considering that I'll probably just...
I mean, if you're just going to grind the food hard and not do anything else in between with any of your energy, then it doesn't matter.
But if like there's a spider tournament that's going to happen in between here, I'd like to be able to do Spider 20. For
I mean, I would
Spider 20 is the limit. So
yeah.
I would do Coldheart first.
I think Coldheart would be first, and then you would go in order of the other stuff. Because nothing else is stopping you from doing anything.
The only other argument to that is that I would use a 6-star Frozen Banshee right away.
You would. You would definitely transition her right away, but right now,
with or without the last,
is she going to take you to some new breakpoint on the clan boss for loot that you're not already at?
Maybe she might be if I was doing a little more damage, she might be more consistent. That I would constantly 3-star Ultra Nightmare. Where right now you see I'm on that edge.
You are on the fringe.
Yeah.
So you have to weigh that versus having the Coldheart ready. Right, because yeah, you said the Coldheart's going to bring you. She's going to guarantee you Fire Knight and the Spider, pretty much.
Fire Knight, I already have 20.
Oh, well, there you go.
Catacomb Counselor, man, that guy's a beast.
Yeah, so now now I have one, and that would help me a ton with that too. It just doesn't help me a ton with Spider yet. But, I mean, Coldheart will just eliminate it. Coldheart brings everything for those 2 bosses that you need. For Fire Knight, she has the 4-hit A1 plus Heartseeker and the heal reduction, which is just staggeringly good. And then for Spider, yeah, the heal reduction doesn't matter, but the big hit can gibbet, and she has turn meter manipulation, which helps on both Fire Knight and Spider. But on Fire Knight, you have to get it to land whenever his shield's down. On Spider, it just lands. So between her and Rosin, the turn meter manipulation on Spider is just ridiculous. And you have an allure, right?
Yeah.
They're never even going to use an ability on you.
Yeah.
In fact, why isn't... You said you were worried about like the web thing doing damage to your Sinesha. Why isn't Allure on there? Spider should never go, right?
She does 3. It's 3 random hits. It like fires to like.
Oh, it can hit spiderlings. Oh, yeah.
That doesn't. That like it's. I can't lock the spider.
No, you're right. You're right. That thing doesn't work like what Hudman said, where you can like tap it, which I've never actually done.
Yeah,
Like
no,
while you're on auto.
the tap is fine. The tap does work, but the tap just means that if you were it basically means you're on auto, and all the tap does means that like if you were on manual, that's what you would select. But the skill
But the
says like
randomness can still be random. Like random's still
correct. It's
random.
still the skill. Yeah, it's still the skill. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Still, I think you're good to go, dude.
So the only question then that in this flowchart in my head is that is a 5 Ascension Frozen Banshee better than a 6 Ascension Occult Brawler?
I think your survivability, especially trying to push Ultra Nightmare, would not be there because her HP, like her base stats, because everything that you do gear wise is a multiplier off of your base, and without 6-star Ascension, your base stats are still not going to be there. Like you probably can't use her for clan boss until you actually get to the point where you ascend her, which is only going to be after you do the other ascensions anyways. Her stats might just be a little too low without the 6 ascension.
Will a 5 Ascension Coldheart be enough to get Spider 20?
That I would think so. Because you can manipulate that a little better, right?
You have tanks and stuff like that.
Yep.
Coldheart probably won't even get hit.
Yeah, ideally, yes.
Okay, so Coldheart's my 6-star. Done. Okay. Alright, let's start leveling. Have you downloaded 7 Deadly Sin yet?
No. I will admit I have not.
Oh my.
Alright, baby. 5-star Jingle Hunter. I need to 5-star the other 3. This is going to be a long night of Raid Shadow Legendsing.
I think I just like this game better than 7 Deadly Sins. I don't know. It's my... As much as I hate the company and the non-free-to-play aspects of it.
Yeah, I get it.
I have a Steel Skull wireless headphones, or no, a Steel Series wireless headphones, and my one big complaint is that I wish that there was a way I could see the battery life.
There's not?
There's not.
I guess I don't have a way to see mine on the Astro A50s.
I guess you have like you have like a docking station or something like that, so do you always just keep it charged?
Yeah, I mean, I basically just have to plug it in to a USB. It's not even USB-C, it's USB, whatever the fucking USB
so I think it's
port
the
is.
same as mine, which I think for me, I just get kind of like I forget to plug it in, and until I hear the notification of hey, low battery. Now I feel tethered to my computer now.
Yeah, and so that's where I end up having to run, right? It's like, I've been wireless for a little bit here. Chances are it's going to beep at me. I'm going to have to throw the cord in. I just plugged it in preemptively so it won't fucking beep.
I assume with your battle pass and your raid pass, you get you can get a 10 star a level 10 with just 2 runs.
Yep.
See, I cannot, and therefore I have to throw all my 9s into a sparring pit.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, see, it's the way you're playing the game that like makes it worse.
It's hard. It's hard. You know, it's frustrating, right?
Even
And
with
'cause, like,
the battle pass, you don't have enough.
a tick, and I'm not. You're doing 3 for that, right? I'm doing 6 because that cuts down my sparring time, my sparring pit time. Like 6 gets you a little more XP than 3 does.
Oh god, dude, just buy the raid pass.
It's like $20, right?
It's
A month,
$10.
dude. Oh, dude, I don't want that, man.
It's a beer and a half.
I don't.
You spend that on a 6-pack of good beer from the store, and then you don't even get to eat it or drink it out like with people. Hey, it's Clay.
Hey,
I've been
Clay.
here for a while, bro.
Oh, have you just have heard me ranting? Every time I stream, Discord automatically goes into streamer mode, and so I don't hear people join the channel.
You basically haven't stopped talking since I've entered.
Oh, you don't sound good. Are you sick? You cannot visit anyone.
This is the end of my sickness. It's just my voice being lost.
Did you have corona?
Sure.
You might have, dude. Did you try and get tested or anything?
Oh, it's not even one of the symptoms, dude.
Dry cough and everything is, yeah.
It's not a dry cough. It's a wet cough with a ton of mucus.
Oh. Oh, maybe you didn't. Did you ever have a fever? That's gross. Grossed out right now. Alan's like the rest of us, man. He's sitting at home trying to avoid the corona. It's not you, because Clay works in the real world where he's not allowed to stay at home to avoid a virus. But at least you're still able to work. Has your plant talked at all about, like, not working?
No, I think we're
Gonna need a-
following the lead. Oh, you're talking about to Clay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not stopping.
I didn't really figure you would, but... Yeah, Alan, you guys are just following the base, right?
No, it's more political than that. Like I didn't realize how political it was. It actually has the fact that the base commander is only a girl, I guess, or that's not actually common, and so NNSA, who's the government body that dictates us, actually outranks a colonel, and therefore they can actually dictate whether or not we stay open or not, I guess. So there's like weird politics like that, and because of that, like I think if this was I've heard ramblings. If this was like at other points, like the commander would have just shut us down and wouldn't give 2 shits about us. But since for some reason the NNSA head guy actually outranks the colonel, that he gets to say, no, I think nukes are important for national security. You guys have to stay open because of the labs.
That's interesting. I bet that chafes at that one dude too. He's bright pissed.
I like that. That's the image that you have. That's what you think's going on in the.
Yeah, man. People don't like to have their pee-pee stepped on, dude. It's an unpopular thing. Especially like in a full military rank structure type organization. Yeah, like you get your pee-pee slapped. They don't like it. But yeah, dude, back to what we were talking about. I already, even just hearing the way that you play the game, I would have quit playing the game a long time ago. I think there's probably a certain amount of satisfaction that you get for like being as efficient as you are.
But it's draining, and I would probably enjoy life a little better if I wasn't so.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
Yeah.
I think you would be much happier if it only took you 2 runs and you didn't even care about the excess XP you were using to fucking max out 1 stars. And my 2 stars, it's down from 8 runs to 7 runs.
Are we doing this all night? Do you wanna do a bounty run?
Let's see if Kyle pops back from his dinner or whatever, I'd happily jump in. But I want to kind of get to a point where I feel like I'm pretty prepared for the fusion because I don't want to like cock up and miss that or miss having it add to my tournament.
I mean, I feel that I'm not using 100% of my mental bandwidth right now. Like I could actually do a bounty and still click next a bunch of times on this game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could be set up for that in a second. I always think that though, and then I never am good at it.
You're gonna be slower. You won't be as fast as, but I think that.
Because like this point at which you have to stop and do this shit, this leveling up shit.
Yeah. This is the part I hate about food.
But it's pretty fast if you do recently used first or whatever right at the top, right? And just like jump through it. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna be fucking 1 short of the little babies to eat.
Alright, starting on my Coldheart now. Level 1. Going there with 2 other level 3s. 3 stars.
God damn it, I want a not uncommon. And they just gave me 4 uncommons in a row. Zephyr Sniper, tanking it up. Give me not. There you go.
Right.
There you go.
Why are you doing 1x1s?
Because I had over 90, so I couldn't. Oh no, I didn't have over 90. I thought I did.
That sounds horrible, FYI, just to let you know.
No, I totally
As
agree with you. I just didn't.
as we are judging each other's gameplay.
I did admittedly forget that I had just burned through over 10 dudes, and so I had place for a 10 pull. Alright, so now, boom. I'll make 6 more 3 stars, and I've already leveled all 23 stars, so then I can make 2 more 4 stars. Alright, and then boom. 4 star. Boom. 4 star. That guy's kind of cool looking. The Bone Knight? He's alright. There we go. And 2 more 4 stars makes a 5 star. Alright, alright. What do I need to claim from this tournament? Ton of shit. 200 energy, book, chicken, book. Dude, look at this motherfucker. 13,000. What is he doing? Is he going for global? No, he's not even touching it. Fucking nowhere near. I guess he is in the... He's damn near in the top 100. But he's never going to get anywhere near the top.
Why would you do so much shit for like 5 tomes? That's ridiculous.
Oh, they do it for the... Because they get views and shit off wailing out for that, right? I'm just saying, like, this guy, why is he going so hard to make sure he gets 6 times 6 star, relentless or whatever?
It might be an artifact of the fact that he wanted the bride and is literally just buying shards. The bride has nothing to do with wanting a relentless gear.
I mean, I want the bride too, but I wasn't going to burn more than 31 shards. Alright, I'm going to end the stream for now. My polls were way earlier. Everybody's bored. I might swap it over and stream Diablo here, but for now, see the stream later.